Hey guys, Kakarot197 again, this time with a review of the 144th scale high-grade Universal Century Zaku I from the original Gundam series. And even though this is probably, well, canonically speaking, one of the worst mobile suits of all time, with perhaps the exception of the Zuda, which blew itself up, and this is far from being the worst model kit of all time, as you will soon find out. So, for colors, you have a dark, very militaristic feeling green for most of the body, legs here, shoulder thing, the head, and that's about it. And then there's a very dark blue, like the feet, arms, chest, the backpack. And then to top it all off, there's a gray for thrusters here, most of the joints, and most of the weapons. For stickers, you only have the black inside the head and the mono eye sticker, and that's as far as stickers go. Now onto articulation. The head goes bit up like that till it pops off, and now that it's off, let's go to the mono eye. And the mono eye is on a little track here. So if you take a hobby knife, you can move the eye around a little bit. It doesn't really go all that far, but it's something. So I'm going to try to center it again. There we go. Back. No, wait. That's what I just did. Forwards like that. And we'll also turn around all the way. And also a little bit of a chicken movement. Whoops. Yep. Then the arms will go up, not quite 90 degrees. The other one will also go up. Shoulder armor is on a hinge, going like that, and then it can also do the same movement. Of course, turn around. I can turn around all the way, and we'll also turn around all the way below the shoulder. And the elbow is on a double joint and will go up almost 180 degrees, and that's really, really nice. And the hands on ball joints will wiggle, turn around all the way, and there you have it. Now the waist also has a bit of waist movement. A bit forwards like that, not really backwards, but still a really nice feature. And because this is one of the, well, probably the only Zaku without any hoses, the waist will in fact go around all the way. And front skirts are molded together but can be separated if you're careful, because this time there's it's like a bar with a little rectangle under it, and you have to be really careful that it won't pop off. Well, it won't crack off, so be careful when you're separating them, but it can be done, as I am now showing. So some really nice forwards movements like that, backwards like that, until it hits the back's good, but still that's some really nice movement. Legs aren't ball joints, so they will also go wiggle around a little bit and go out about that far, and that's because of the legs. I mean, the side skirts don't hinder the legs. Then the knees are also double jointed, and for a Zaku they have some really nice articulation all the way up like that, and if you include the hip joint, it goes all the way up like that. Now the feet, these actually have quite a lot of points of articulation. I mean, on the tip of the toe, there's like a hinge joint that gives it a bit of a flip-flop movement, like most of the, the most normal, the latest gyms. like a flip-flop movement. And then there's also a ball joint. Let's move it a bit further, and we'll also give it like a little bit of a wiggle movement. And then there's another hinge here. So, oh, whoops. Oh, well, here's a hinge joint on the toe. And that's the first time that came out. And we're back. All of these three joints give it quite a lot of movement. It goes up all the way like that. Not really sure why you would want to do that. Perhaps if like some kind of crouching movement. Not really sure, but it can be done. And then backwards also quite a lot, like that. Like side to side, like that. And that's all for articulation. Oh yeah, and there's so here not really articulation, but it can also be mounted on an action base. If you remove this piece, the manual says that it can be mounted on the stand of the Gaza C, I believe, but it will also attach to either one of the action bases. And there's even a little bit of movement. As you can see, it's on a polycap and it will move side to side, which makes it easier to do like dramatic poses. And now things are only going to get better with the accessories. So, first of all, you get this nice open palm hand, and it serves two purposes. The first one being, but as you can see, there isn't really, the ball joint is connected directly to the hand, so the hand itself isn't really maneuverable. It wiggles a tiny little bit, but it's not really necessary, because what you want to do is position the shoulder like this, then join the hands together like that, turn the head, and position the feet, and then you can do the shoulder rush like you did in the anime with the Gundam. And that's a really nice position. I wasn't really expecting it to be that cool, but it looks really dynamic, and the Zaku can pull it off really well. Now, the other thing you use the hand for is you remove this hand, and then you bring in the dedicated hand for the bazooka. The bazooka is really nicely detailed, despite it being, it's just a tube, but for being a tube, it's really nicely detailed. Then, just like the open hand, the ball joint is connected directly to the hand, so not really a lot of mobility on the hand itself, but don't really have to, because as you can see, it's kind of bent, so that makes it easier for the bazooka to hold. Now, for this position, they give you this. It's kind of like a rack to rest the bazooka on. So what you do is, you pop off the head, and then you try to remove this thing. Oh. And I have to say, this is my record. And last time it literally took me over a minute to remove. And you simply put this in. You can put it up like this if it's not in use, and then you can put it down like this to rest the bazooka on. That, and of course you put the head back on. Then you position the hand like this to have it support the bazooka. And there you have it, another nice action pose for the Zaku. And now imagine you don't want to use the bazooka. Well, simply remove it, remove the bazooka from the hand, slide down this thingy here, and then there's like a bar here, and that will fit perfectly here. Now it's a bit wobbly and the connection isn't all that great, but it will fit in there if you don't move it around too much. So I'm just going to put it here because I'm probably going to knock it out anyways. Now onto the other accessories, and you get one more hand, and that's the trigger finger hand. Now you can also use this for the bazooka. There's no real problem doing it, and that of course is for the machine gun. Now the machine gun well, I don't think it's shown in the manual, but if you take this bar here, you can, well, and put everything out of the way, then you can also mount a machine gun on here. And quite ironically, the machine gun fits a lot more securely than the bazooka did. Just take it off, pop it in here. Come on, here you go, and pop it in there. As you can see, there's also a movable handle. It's a bit flimsy. If you like put it up there, it's just going to fall down. Not all that great, but yeah. But as you can see, there's a handle, so simply remove this hand, and then you look for the open hand, for the closed hand. It's here, pop that one in, and then you can have him holding it with both hands, just like that. Here we go. And it's not over yet. You also get this very nice Sturmfaust, included with a little connector which allows it to connect to the knuckle shield. As you can see, you can mount it on two places, but the best way to mount it is on the back one, because otherwise if you mount it on the front one, it can hamper the hand movement a little bit. But as you can see, you can buy another Zaku I kit and have two Sturmfausts on the shield and have your Zaku even more powered up. Now, why would you want to buy another one? Well, they also have the black TriStar version. And you simply slide it into the hand. Now, I have noticed that this little connector here it doesn't really fit all that securely into the shield. And it does like to pop off from time to time, especially if you have the added weight of the Sturmfaust on it. And that's not all, because of course, what is a Zaku without a heat hawk? Now, this heat hawk of course suffers from the same syndrome all of the heat hawks have suffered from. It doesn't really fit into the hand all that well, unless you like really jam it in there, and then it's still not really going to fit all that well, unless you're lucky, and it will stay a little bit until you touch it the slightest and it just goes falling down again. However, if you put it at quite an angle like this, then it will in fact stay quite nice and won't go flailing around all over the place. Now you might want to wonder, why would you want to have it like this? Well, for example, in a position where he like just finished off in her mobile suit, just looking badass with his heat hawk hanging down. Now, it also comes with a connector part. Just slide it in there, and contrary to the hand, this one does fit really nicely. Simply move the arm up and slide it in there. The connection is a little bit loose, but, well, it will stay in there. It's not going to fall out with every gust of wind. So yeah. Oh no, wait, there's still one more accessory to come, and that is, of course, the other head design. Simply pop it off, and then you can have a normal Zaku or a Commander Zaku, like I have right now. But of course, why would you want to use this? Zakus are way more cooler when they are the Commander type. And now, if we pop the bazooka on there, the Zaku can in fact hold all of its accessories, making this Zaku look very, very dangerous. I mean, this is probably one of the most well-armored Zakus I've seen so far. Also, a little problem with the left shoulder is that it does like to sag a little bit because of the weight of this knuckle shield. It's not a big deal because it's not going to flail around, but it will sag a little bit. And overall, it's acceptable. So, as always, the inevitable question is, do you want to buy this? Well, it retails for around 1,000 yen. It's a 2006 release, and If you're still wondering, watch the review again. This kit is amazing for its time. Pretty much Articulation is awesome for its time. 2006, this Articulation easily holds up to modern day high grades. I mean, the only thing that that a modern high grade would have is that it would have like that swivel joint for the legs. But then again, that's not all that big of a deal. So Articulation, amazing. Accessories, simply awesome. They're very detailed. They're perfect representations of what they're supposed to be. It can hold them all, and it can also wield the bazooka in the left holding hand. You will have to squeeze it a little bit and it will stick out a little bit, but it can be done. So yeah, those are awesome. There are pretty much no really bad things I can say about it. There's only one reason why you would not want to buy this, and that is because there's a black TriStar version. So yeah, I can definitely recommend this kit to everyone who likes Gundam. It's articulate, awesome accessories. I mean, you could simply swap accessories all day long. You can put them in awesome poses all day long. This guy has a very, very high play value, and for very, very little money. I mean, 1,000 yen, that's almost nothing. If you compare it to like Zaku F2, which is 1,500 yen, I mean, the Zaku I is dirt cheap. And for what you get, it's an awesome deal. That's pretty much what it is. It's probably one of the best deals you can do. Like, if you're new to Gunpla, I mean, this is definitely a kit to get. For what you pay, you get an amazing amount of things to play with. And I think I've said it too much time, so I'm just going to say it again. This kit is a great deal, great articulation, and great accessories. No, I'm not going to say it again. So just another comparison with an older Zaku. And as a final comparison, an older Jim. So, there you have it, and see you at the next review. Hang on, review isn't over yet. I think I forgot to point it out, but the shoulder also moves forwards really nicely like that. And there you have it. And this time for real, until the next review.